Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest? Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but... are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly tough.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand. Dragon Swarm! Ignite!
Another incantation ruined.
You're mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
Vacuum!
Here's a healing arc!
In a bind?
First aid! Flaming meteor! Inferno Crumbling! Going in! Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
Eternal Devastation!
Leave the sword to me! Look sharp! Far enough!
Radiant!
Going in! One more!
Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm! There! Ignite!
Hurricane strike!
Take this!
This one's mine!
It's over!
Envious discharge!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll heal you out!
Eternal
This one's
Devastation!
mine! That's it! Hurricane strike! Look sharp! That's it! Hurricane strike!
Begin!
Look sharp! Will they come?
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Envious discharge!
Dragon Swarm!
Here!
Far enough! You made me
Stay away from my
angry.
friends!
That was a bad idea.
I'll bring you
Eternal
back when you
Devastation! Crush!
Tiger Blade!
bring you back
Dragon
Hurricane
Swarm!
strike!
Piston!
On guard!
Not today!
That's it! How
You're
about
mine!
this?
Dragon Swarm!
Reload!
Flaming meteor!
Eternal Devastation!
Hurricane strike!
Going in! Where are you going?
One more!
Eternal Devastation!
Benediction
Black Stone!
Here!
Dragon Swarm!
Take this!
Mega Ray!
Here I come!
Annihilation!
Dragon Form!
Dance on the wind! Hurricane strike!
On your
This one's mine!
You picked the wrong fight!
Air pressure! Here I come! Inferno crossing!
Let me
free you
of your power!
Dragon Form!
Mega Ray!
You're mine!
Benediction
Dragon
light.
Form!
Heal! Look sharp! Guardian Field!
Dragon Form!
Now it's mine!
There!
Leave the chargers to me!
Vacuum Blade!
Their arcs were interrupted! Look sharp! Here! Inferno crossing!
This should do it!
Deity! Hurricane far enough! This one's mine! Black Blade! Flaming Meteor! Inferno crossing! Execution!
This one's all mine!
Let me help.
Strike! Eternal devastation! You're finished! Dragon Form! Not today!
Here I go! Here
I come! Dragon Form!
Meteor! Down!
There!
Take this!
Vacuum Blade!
Tiger Blade!
Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite!
What in the world?
Dohalim!
I'm alright.
Train hard!
Still standing.
Walking!
I could... Make it in
Train
time.
harder!
Resuscitation!
Alright! Let me out!
Benediction light.
Heal!
I'm grateful.
Here I come!
Mega Raving Meteor!
Eternal devastation!
Here, let me help!
Dragon Form!
First aid!
Eternal devastation! Dragon Form! This should do it! Take this! Dragon Form!
Leave the chargers to me!
Dragon Form!
Denied!
They smite with blackened blade!
You're mine!
Perfect move!
Eternal
Tiger
devastation!
Blade!
I'm in your debt.
Hurricane
Sorry
strike!
to trouble you.
This one's all mine!
Mega Ray!
You picked the wrong fight!
Mega Ray!
Strike!
Going in! Hurricane strike!
Eagle Blade!
Dragon
Form!
That's it!
Take
Going
this!
in!
Dragon
Hurricane
Form!
strike!
Can't get out of this!
What the?
Benediction light.
Flaming Meteor! Inferno Crush!
Recover! It's over!
The
Annihilation!
power of
Mega Ray!
Alright, beginning out!
I'll grind you like shot!
Dragon Form!
Engulf you!
Eternal
Let
devastation!
me free you of your power!
You're mine! Dragon
Glacial
Form!
Fire! Tiger
Vacuum
Blade!
Blade!
Nothing gets by me!
There!
Going in!
Here I come!
Mega Ray!
Eternal devastation!
Far enough!
Air pressure! The
This
flame
one's
inside me
mine.
yearns to be let free!
Flaming Meteor!
Resonate with
Here I
the earth!
Inferno Crossing!
There!
Back into the fray!
Dragon Form!
Here I go!
Into the
Vacuum Blade! Dragon Form!
On guard! Take this!
Eternal devastation!
Lunar Arc!
I owe you one!
Now you see what I can do! Hurricane Strike!
Here I come!
Shot!
No escape!
Negative state!
Eternal devastation!
Going in!
Dragon Form!
Take this!
It's time! Now it's my turn!
Downfall!
Can you take it?
Dragon Form!
In a bind?
Hurricane Strike!
First aid!
I owe you one!
Resonate
Not
with the
try
earth!
harder! Time to let it rip! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Ignite!
Tiger Blade!
Dragon Form!
Inferno Crossing!
Vacuum Blade! Dragon Form!
Ready to go!
Vacuum Blade! Dragon Form!
Far enough!
One more! Mega
Take
Ray!
this!
Do it!
I'm not lost! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here, let me help! First aid!
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much.
So you know this place?
Naturally, it was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alph, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a
slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Dana are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alma!
It's too late! You can't stay here!
We need to go! Alphen!
I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law! I am...
We'll be fine.
Is Volron... have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renis Alma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the Motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renis Alma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit. About Renans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
My best!
Engaging! Your elusive deity!
Inferno!
Take that! Combat! Fire in the heart!
They really don't give up, do they?
Bring it on! You're mine!
Annihilation!
Eternal devastation! Dragon Swarm! Combat! I'm ready! I'm not done!
Going in!
Fire in the heart! This one's all mine! Combat! Black and gray!
This one's
Release! Guard!
Radiant on him!
This one's mine!
Take it! Mission! Elusive deity! Eternal devastation! Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Eternal devastation! Elusive deity! Escape! Ignite! Here I come!
Do it!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Go! Annihilation!
They smite with
Blaze of This should come in handy when crafting weapons. Do my best!
I think I'll pass on the hand.
In a bind?
This one's mine! That's it! Here's a healing shot!
blood, rending you apart. Bloody! Another incantation ruined. Blood, rending you apart. Bloody howling. On your knees.
Mega Ray! Here goes!
Internal devastation!
Here I go.
You're mine!
I'll face
Dragon
you.
Swarm!
Reload! I'm out of ammo.
Take this!
Maximum burn!
Internal devastation!
Meteor!
Smite with blackened blade.
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp!
I owe you one.
To the fray! Mega Ray!
Crush!
Lightning!
Execute! Here I come! Crush!
On your knees.
Internal devastation!
Ready to go!
Let me take your blade.
I'm all powered up!
There!
Annihilation!
Milligan! Not today!
Here, let me help!
Inferno crossing!
Dragon Swarm!
Searing flame!
Back in blade!
Elusive deity.
Flaming meteor!
Inferno crossing!
Take this.
Look sharp!
Here I come! Internal devastation! Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Annihilate! Strike! Mega Ray!
Look sharp!
That'll bring you down! Let me help!
Crush!
First aid!
Take this!
Come over!
Here, let me help!
Lightning!
Take this!
Downfall!
Internal devastation!
I'll heal you all!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop!
Lightning!
Back in blade!
Crescent moon!
Burn!
Negative gate. Behold, the earth pulse. Tectonic vision.
Here's a healing arc!
Crush!
First aid!
Make it rain!
Doubly! In an instant! Impact Frost! Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed, as one we are unrivaled. Let's see what you've got.
Dragon
Here I
Swarm!
go! You're mine!
Internal devastation!
Inferno crossing!
Elusive deity!
Here I go!
Soaring.
Dragon
Your
Swarm!
reflexes will not serve you well here.
Crush!
Inferno crossing!
Elusive deity!
Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Internal devastation!
Yeah, and the bubbling to me!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's
Internal
mine!
devastation! You're mine!
Inferno crossing! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Take
Shield
this!
and face!
Crush!
Flaming meteor!
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Doubly! In an instant! Impact Frost!
Sighted!
This one's mine!
Take this!
Mega Ray! Crescent moon!
Elusive deity.
Tiger
Internal
blade!
I'm ready!
Inferno
Eagle
blade!
Ray! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing, so she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegis is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd—
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegis from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease? Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Eldaman and Sia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid. As people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Turnagain's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits. Looks like the people of... Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
Did we really just...
This came out so...